Hello everyone, today I'm going to showcase the Foch 155. So let's jump right to the equipment of the tank I'm using. So the Foch 155 I'm using a calibrated, enhanced gun lane drive, refined gun, improved module, enhanced armor, toolbox, camouflage net, improved control, and a high-end consumable. Now let's jump into the consumable I'm using on this vehicle. So I'm using, as you can see over there, the big repair, adrenaline, and super speed boost. So let's take a look at the Foch 155 frontal armor. As we can see, it has 340mm of frontal armor, upward to 331mm of frontal armor against AP round. Now, if you use the gun depression, you can see it's red. You can also see it can be banned on the cupola and the small machine gun. And if I switch to heat round, you need about 400mm of heat armor, a heat pen, to penetrate the frontal tank. And of course, the hatch is still pennable. And same for the machine gun. Now let's switch to another tank. Let's go for E50M. So E50M with Cali, obviously, can still pen the hatch. As you can see, you saw the corner of the track was pennable. Over there, from that angle, it's pennable. So you do not want to angle on this tank or try to side scrape. This is just gonna get yourself deleted out of the game. The upper structure is very strong, as we saw, and against heat, it's even better against medium tank. That's obviously if you're running enhanced armor on this vehicle. Now the track are weak, you over angle just slightly, or just try to angle it slightly, and you will get pen. And you can also gun block the hatch with your very long gun in this vehicle, and try to catch the shell, which is a pretty good thing you can do. Now you have to wiggle to make this, so you're gonna make your track vulnerable on the side by doing this move. Now against HE, on the side is only 79mm of HE pen, and on the back 52mm of HE pen, which is very bad, meaning that at the back pretty much everything can HE pen you. On the side, tank destroyer or some heavy tank can also HE pen you. Alright, so let's now jump into the first replay out of the 3 replay I have saved today for you guys. And the first one we're going to be on New Bay. So this one I'm just going to make my way, I think, towards the middle of the map to gain some control and visibility about where the enemy team is going, and also have some flexibility to, if I have some bad luck and there's all the enemy team in front of me, to rotate. So I'm gonna go bridge. As we see over there, there's 2 enemy tanks spotted on the heavy flank, and there's 2 enemy tanks also spotted ahead of us. So I'm gonna get a nice beautiful shot pattern. And he gets burned on fire. I don't know why this guy didn't use his repair kit. That was the big one. But at least I get 1,000 damage. Now there's a wild tree. I'm just gonna push it and put a shot on his track. So now we're up to 1.6k, 1.7. I'm gonna put a beautiful shot on this button, showing this really good magic. This 1H is really trying to push me. But luckily I did put super speed boost to back up very fast. Now I'm gonna push to 50. As well as the points can push by my teammates. There's a Foch upward ahead of us. As we can see, against another Foch. The armor is pretty good. Now, I don't know. Actually, I do know where the shot go. It missed the trap. It just went too low and it bounced. I'm gonna use hatch. As you can see, the hatch is an easy weak spot to hit on this vehicle. You see the crane wagon in the back. I'm gonna load heat, try to bend his turret. Beautiful shot. he's not looking at me, so I'm just gonna aim and look for his punch and hit another one, proving him to be a one shot for me. I also lost 1 HP in the process. Now I see the Grand Viking is making a move towards the middle of the map. He's one shot for me, since I have 620 alpha damage. So I'm just looking in the corner, maybe he's gonna push. He doesn't, so I'm gonna push the corner and finish him off. I'm gonna put my super speed boost, try to catch the KPZ-70. He's running away. Here I'm thinking of pushing it, but I'm looking at the enemy tank positioning, and if I do that, I'll probably just die and lose all my HP. So I decide to hold him off. He's also dead. My E4 finish off the enemy tank. I was also STB1 on my side, so I'm gonna push the STB1. I want to finish off the STB1 since he has a turret and mobility. Mainly because of mobility. I don't want to lead circle. I might try to snapshot him and unfortunately miss on the ground. I'm gonna try to see if I have a shot on STB. So I decided to shoot the KPZ-70. She's not really smart. The KPZ-70 very firstly bounced my gun with 8, and then the STB-1 tried to play aggro. I put another snapshot to him and he dies. Now, as we can see, the 200 ulti in our team is AFK. So it's pretty much a 1v1. So this guy shot, heat again, bounces. I'm just gonna put one more. I know I auto-reloaded him by 2 seconds because the KPZ-70 has 14 seconds. I'm just gonna put super speeders and grab his top and finish it off. So I end up this game with 7,000 damage and 4 kills, which gave me an ace tanker. So let's jump into the second replay on my inner room. So for this one, I'm just gonna start by going to heavy flank. As we can see, we do have a medium tank and a light tank, but I decided to make my way through heavy flank because we have a mouse and a Yak Panzer 100, which are town tank obviously, so I wanna use them in town as HP for me. So I'm gonna try to make my way on the ramp on the little bush in front of me to hopefully overlook B and catch a tank off guard. Now here I get yellow what I'm using, so I should do him. I activate my adrenaline and super speed boost to try to baby shot into my track. And it does. Got nuked by my team. Oh, this guy, I don't know what he tried to make over there. Like, you shouldn't YOLO the enemy spawn like that in the game. Now, I see there's a BZTs on the side, and there's a Yak Panzer 100. Those are two very dangerous tanks. I don't know if they hit. So I saw the Yak Panzer 100's shot, so I'm gonna shoot his no plate. Since he's on reload. My mouse is pushing the BZT settings, so I'm gonna push with him. BZT is not like nice itchy shot back next to it to make sure I finish him off. I see my Yak Panzer die. And I cannot push this because I don't have gun depression on this vehicle, either turret. So I'm just gonna turn around and push with my M60. I see there's a 160 pushing my E4. This guy actually dies for this. The process also took a shot. The enemy team Yak Panzer is on reload. So I'm gonna put a shot to him since he has 16 seconds to do it, and I only have 12. And my team is pushing the Yag, which I also will do. He is not looking. He shot my M6, so I'm gonna push up the ramp and try to put a shot to his group. Now I am just gonna go away because I know my E4 and M6 actually got the kill, so I'm gonna try to go help the mouse. I see the TVP and the enemy E4 is spotted in front of me. They're both dealing with the mouse, and I know there's a bush that can look the whole way where the TVP and E4 is. I'm just gonna go in the bush. I also need to not get spotted. I see the TVP. I see him turning aside. I'm gonna Ichi and finish him. Now we're up to 4,600 damage, which is pretty good. Our M6 is deciding to push the E4. So let's see his lower plate and finish him off. Now there's only the Krenwagen left in the enemy team with 2,000 HP. So I'm gonna use the same bush because I see that he was pushing the lane in front of me, and I'm only 2 shots for him, so I want to push. And I spotted him, shoot him with 600. He's fully taking his attention to our house, so I can sit in the open and shoot him. And I finished the Krenwagen off and finished with 6,400 damage. With 5 kills and an ace tanker again. So let's jump into the third and last replay on the rock field. So as we saw from the previous replay, this vehicle, you need to play with your team. You're team dependent, like pretty much every single tennis raid, and you need to also position yourself. It also has pretty strong armor, as we saw. I was able to have a couple bounce there and there. So on rock field, I decided to just go to the usual medium side bush to get the spotting. I decided to go over there because if I spot anything and able to shoot it, I can nuke him for a lot of damage. So I see there's a F45 rhinos crossing. Let's see if I can get a beautiful shot at this turret. So I'm just gonna back up. I'm gonna turn around. I see the enemy team is capping the base B in the middle of the map. The rest of the F45 is backing up. The concept when we get spotted, these two is for some reason yellowing their spawn. I'm gonna shoot the F55 in one shot. And these two finishing off actually pretty good for us. Now there's 2 tanks now that are isolated. The T2A and the Rhino. The enemy team are isolated. I shoot T2A tracker up. As you can see, he's gonna try to back up and break my gun. I'm just gonna go over here to finish him off. Now, as you can see, that was a really good push there. We needed to push those 2 tanks because those 2 tanks were pretty much out of the game since their team was done helping. And we outnumbered them. So I put push on the console in the rear to finish him off. I've put also super speed boost, and I'm just gonna try to round the shooting so you can see him sitting in the open. Now, I got shot on the side by either 268 or the 100. So I'm gonna make my way towards the tank that shot me because there's only 2 tanks left and there's 6 of my teammates, including me. There's 6 alive. Now I spot the young get spotted by the 1 HP. Okay. He's pushing to kill the 1 HP. That's fine. I'm gonna put in the bush behind. That's pretty much free damage over there. This guy's just, I don't know what he tried to do in this game. He just flanker spawn. But by the time he flanker spawned, he just was not helping his team. His team was just dead. They needed him at the front line, not flanking the team. There's only 268 left, so I'm gonna try to find it. I'm assuming he's towards his spawn, so I'm gonna put my super speed boost. And spot the objectives. I'll try to shoot it, it's not gonna move on this. And I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna push forward and just shoot him and ram his tank to get more damage. And there we go. We finished the last replay with 5,700 damage. With, I think, 3 kills. Actually, 4 kills. Thank you for watching my Foch 155 video, guys. I hope you like it. I hope it was helpful. And if you want more replay, there's actually a stream that I made you can watch to see more gameplay.